Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be featuring the Vittorio Veneto, the Tier 7 Tech Tree Italian battleship. Now in this game I am not actually using a typical battleship build. I am actually using Giuseppe Fugosi, one of the destroyer commanders that has the skill Squid's Ink, to increase the duration of my exhaust smoke. In this game, my exhaust smoke has been able to get up to about 73 seconds worth of consumable duration. So that means my exhaust smoke, like you see me using now, will last a minute and 13 seconds. So I can just absolutely meme the ship and charge in getting into that close quarters where my sap secondaries will absolutely shred any destroyer. And as you can see on the top of the screen, there are 5 destroyers on the enemy team. And we already see our first victim. The enemy Tashkent has charged in and gotten spotted. And now all I'm going to do is just keep going in with my secondaries blazing, and I use my enhanced secondary targeting consumable to get a little more accurate shots on that Tashkent. Unfortunately, he does get away and go undetected behind the island, but I am not afraid of any of the torpedoes since they were spotted, which I really don't think the Tashkent had enough time since I was unspotted for most of that time. Just charging in here, and the enemy Tashkent will actually get spotted continuously charging towards our spawn. And since my exhaust smoke is still running, I am actually able to let my secondary shoot, and really he doesn't spot me because it's only my secondary shooting. An enemy conqueror does get spotted, and I'm pretty lucky that he didn't shoot me with HE because the secondaries on this battleship are extremely fragile, and one salvo will definitely wipe out most of the secondaries on my ship. Then it will basically ruin my plan because there is another smoke screen in front of me, and the guns on whatever ship is in there is reloading fairly quickly. I take a quick look at the scoreboard to check out what destroyer it is, and I think it's a Fletcher. I am loading HE, and I have every intention to try and run this destroyer down, especially because the Veneto and Roma have excellent torpedo protection, so any torpedoes that hit me will not do as much damage if taken on the torpedo belt. So I'm really not afraid of whatever destroyer it is, and if it is a Fletcher, his torpedoes, if it hits my torpedo belt, will not do a whole lot of damage. Charging in, I do get spotted by an enemy Alaska, which is unfortunate, so this Fletcher has time to aim torpedoes and start driving away. I slow down, and I'm able to dodge his first torpedo set. I am waiting for his second one to be launched, and it is spotted there. I just keep turning in at full speed to try and dodge as many torpedoes as I can. Unfortunately, I did eat all 5 torpedoes, but as you can see, eating 5 Fletcher torpedoes with the Veneto's torpedo protection still left me alive with quite a bit of health. And just like that, we've pretty much secured this cap for our teammates to capture, and all that's left is an enemy Alaska and this Conqueror that I am going to try and pull off a drive-by, since it seems like he has mispositioned so badly. Coming around this corner, I do know there is an enemy Alaska out there, so this drive-by will not be very easy. He is just reversing flat broadside. Unfortunately, I am impatient and I shoot the island, which sucks because that first salvo, if I was able to actually clear the island, would have been very helpful in being able to get rid of this Conqueror as quickly as I can, since I know he does have a super heal, and really anything to help put the battle into my favor is going to be really important, especially since it is a 2 versus 1 and there's still a full health Alaska alive. I tried to Citadel the Conqueror, unfortunately it did not happen, so I'm just going to keep driving past him, and since he's been shooting HE this whole time, I'm just hoping he doesn't learn how to switch to AP, and he's gonna let me get a drive-by off on this Alaska. The Alaska, instead of turning away, actually turns in towards me and is giving me a great opportunity to pull off this drive-by on him. And just like that, the enemy Alaska goes down, and now it's a 1 versus 1, and the enemy Conqueror is on relatively low HP. I need to stay angled just in case he switched to AP, and if I can survive his HE salvo, I have my damage con coming off of cooldown. He shoots, and most of his shells actually hit the Alaska's carcass, and my teammates chime in at the perfect time to finish off a low HP Conqueror. I straight up led the charge on this flank and really steamrolled it. The two enemy destroyers and the Conqueror and Alaska really had no chance, and I still have some teammates in the back for support. Somehow, during that entire time that I was brawling, they still have not managed to capture B. So that's all I'm going to do now is just go and get the cap. The game will end shortly after I get the cap, so I'm just gonna fast forward this until that point. After sweating and using all these tryhard builds for basically 3 years, using these meme builds is actually quite refreshing and enjoyable and gives the game a whole new take on basically how to have fun in any of these ships while also doing well and winning games. The game ends. Now, unfortunately, even though I did a whole number on 2 destroyers and another 2 enemy ships, I only netted about 2500 base XP, which I think nets from the fact that secondaries don't actually get you the same amount of XP that if you were to shoot at a destroyer with your main guns, which is quite unfortunate because if you are putting all your resources into secondary builds and trying to make those better, you're somewhat putting yourself at a disadvantage in terms of XP gain. I really wish we had a thorough breakdown of game mechanics and the way XP is rewarded. I know that you get XP for a certain percentage of damage dealt to a ship, but if secondaries don't give the same amount of XP as main guns, I am curious to see what the percentage actually is because I've had mixed answers. Prince Blip says that secondaries receive less XP, while Robin says the XP is unchanged, and I had asked them to clarify, but I still don't have an answer for that. There you saw my commander build using the DD commander with secondary inspirations, and in that second row I had Squinzink, and here you can see 72.9 seconds for the exhaust smoke duration. So if I wasn't spotted charging into the cap, by shooting my main guns, my secondaries would have been able to farm basically the entire duration of this exhaust smoke and never getting spotted. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little meme build. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more. Leave a comment down below for any ships you want to see in the future. But until next time, aloha.